Welcome to the second episode of The Organized Mess. Today we are talking about friendship, which I think is really exciting considering the fact that we're all best friends. So before we even jump into that though, Elena is going to make a cocktail today.
Absolutely. Today we are going to do the classic chocolate martini. I have Godiva chocolate liqueur, rum chata, and salted caramel vodka. It's a very simple drink. You're just doing 3 parts each or 3 shots each. Have you guys ever had chocolate martinis before?
No.
I don't like chocolate.
Well, that's a thing.
I like chocolate a little bit, not enough to like drink it, but I'm excited to try this. I kind of just
I've always wanted to try it, and I never have.
I just expect it to taste like chocolate milk or hot chocolate or something.
We'll see.
Or like a chai tea latte.
Ooh. No, chai tea lattes are really good.
Yeah, I had one this morning. Homemade.
See, what did you say, Brian?
Say very black, I don't drink that stuff.
What?
Very black, I don't drink that stuff.
What stuff? Don't black people
Tea
drink.
lattes, yeah.
Black people drink. See?
That's the same like
Oh, my
girl at
goodness.
Starbucks, I'm just saying.
So now black people don't go to Starbucks.
Viewers, when you think of someone going to Starbucks, what do you imagine? Because the first thing I imagine is some 20-year-old white girl, and I have to get my venti latte before I go to work.
That is so. I don't even know what that is. Like that's a couple different things. So you don't think black people drink coffee?
Well, I know they do.
So you think we only drink Folgers black coffee with the ground still?
The ground's still in it.
Like people like it may be a little half and half.
Oh my goodness. That is the chocolate martini. Nice and simple.
Cheers. Oh,
Cheers. Episode 2.
Signing off.
Yes.
Oh
It
wow.
smells really good.
That is very.
Can you figure out what it tastes like? It's something that's like, I can't put my finger on it, but I know the taste.
Very chocolatey.
It don't take like I know what you're talking about. It takes something.
It's
Specific.
a salted
I
caramel.
was gonna say it's probably
It's
the
a
caramel.
salted caramel vodka.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right.
Well, aftertaste. No, you guys tasting the rum chata. That's what rum chata tastes like. It's like a cinnamon, creamy.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That's good though.
It's a little sweet.
A little strong.
Yeah, it is. Is that okay? It's sweet and it's strong.
We always do an extra ounce per person.
Was it for good measure?
For good measure.
Right.
Okay, so let's just jump straight into it. No need to do any small talk in between. So straight to it. How many real friends do you guys have?
3. 2, 3.
3 real friends?
Pretty much.
I'll
go with 7.
Wait, how did
No, I just had it because I mean, literally, like, there's 7 people I don't consider associates.
Okay, that's
Like, there's 7 people that I talk to consistently, regularly, or even if we don't talk for a while, it's like, we never left.
right. Okay, I mean that's a good point. I'm not saying like
Because I have you guys. I have 3 friends that I talk to every single day. Chelsea, Brian, Taylor, literally every day. And then I have 4 other friends who I talk to usually at least once or twice a month. But we're really good friends. We all live far apart. Like, I don't live close to any of them, but I'll say 7.
7.
8.
8 really good friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have 4 best friends, so y'all 2 count as 2. Then I have 1 out of state, and then I got my corner.
Okay.
So
you have
but
8.
then,
Wait, so I was about to say 8 including yourself. You can be your friend.
BFF.
So you have 8 close friends. You have 7 close friends. I would say I have. Well, dang, I got 6.
See, I was gonna say.
I guess when you think about it, because I have about 6 good friends who I genuinely care about, and like you said, we don't talk to y'all 2 every day, but I don't talk to everybody every day.
Right.
So I guess it is not that hard to get really good friends. So how many of those friends are best friends? So you already said 4.
Yeah. I mean, 3 of them
Are like best friends, and you said 4 of your
4.
best friends.
Yeah.
I always kind of felt like all of my friends are my best friends. It kind of shifts for me though.
I'm the best friend, and then
Whoa!
there's the other best friend.
Right, yes.
They're 2 different things.
Oh, Brian is feeling a little
He's always gonna feel some type of way, but him and Taylor already know know what the deal is.
Yeah.
No,
We're the same person. It doesn't even count
realistically,
almost.
I don't argue with that. They have their best friendship.
Yeah. So
So,
look, we have our relationship.
Yeah.
But that's yeah. Cause I feel like I have one all the time best friend, but I feel like some of my friends shift into being a best. Like, you ever have moments where you're talking to one friend every single day, seeing it like
Yeah,
you're just like, how do we get to this point?
Yeah.
And then it just kind of drifts off a little bit, and then you pick back up. Like, I have friends like that where it's like, you know what? You're my best friend for this quarter.
Yeah.
Like, we
Not
are like,
this quarter.
you're my best friend. So how many friends do you say you've had, like, this is kind of a weird question, but like in your life, real friends, how many down home good friends have you had over the course of your life? I'm talking about from preschool to now. Because when I think about friends, I think about all of the different friend pockets that I've gone through. Like, I have friends from like kindergarten to third grade. Then I went to a different school and I had my fourth grade friends. And then my fifth or seventh. Right, yep. And then some people, we kind of veered off after high school, kind of went down. And then you got the friends that are like, oh, we got to make plans soon. And y'all never make plans.
Shout out to you, Amanda.
Right.
We've been doing that for years. It's been like 3 years. We've been saying like, I'm like, this time I don't care what's going on.
We
like,
are, yeah. And I feel bad at that point. I just kind of stop even saying it because it just becomes monotonous. Like, we are not going to hang out, and it's not because we don't want to. But
we're busy. We got shit to do. Life happens.
Yeah. So
that's a hard question. How many friends in our lifetime? So,
well, I guess it'll take a minute to count. I would say like at least a solid like 15 to 20. Yeah.
I'm gonna say the 20.
Sports friends.
I was gonna say that was a majority of mine.
Because when we played volleyball, I hung out with people that I never talked to now.
Yeah, but you gotta think, like, I played 3 sports.
Exactly.
Most of the people played the same sports, and there was a few people that were volleyball season friends, softball season friends. Like, it was definitely like that.
And you lived in different states.
Yeah.
Went to different schools.
Different schools.
I'm about to say, for me,
you
it's
left
hard.
your best friend in the world and went to a different high school in sophomore year, a critical developing year for us. You left.
I didn't have nobody to cheat off of after that.
Like, who's gonna carry my books to class?
No, literally.
Who's gonna go and get me an extra juice because I'm too scared to do it? Brian, go get me another juice. Do you still have friends from like Arizona or Texas? Where'd you live? Arizona. Do you still have friends there to talk to?
No, I don't talk to them like constantly. Like, we're like social media friends. So.
Okay, that's you. That's
yeah. With me, like, I don't know. I couldn't count because like I always had female friends and I always was close with them. So now, like, even back to like first grade, like girls that I was in school in the first grade, we see each other and still all love.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I don't know. And then when I had my like male friendships, I'm still cool with them too. So it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, so I think unless you're just like a completely isolated person, it's easy to have 15 to 20 friends, or especially if you're, I don't know, this might sound sexist, but a female.
Oh, yeah.
Because we just tend to be friendlier, even though I don't know how we got the stereotype of being unfriendly when it's much easier to merge a group of girls together than it is, well, maybe not a group.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like a double date. It's easier to get 2 girlfriends that don't know each other together than to get 2 dudes that don't know each other together.
Because you have to be awkward.
Yeah. And there's, anywho, that's like a whole thing itself. But, so, have you guys ever lost a friend that you miss or that you want back, or like afterwards you're like, dang, that didn't have to happen?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hasn't happened often, but I feel like there's been a good 2 or 3 people.
Was it like a bad fault? Like, was it like you guys fell out and then you weren't friends, or just
one of them was a bad fallout. We've known each other for a very long time. We went about 1.5 years without talking. We've just more recently started talking again, so that was cool because I did miss that person and their family. But
that's another thing. When you know friends for a long time, like now,
like I could go to your grandma's house and
like now it's a family thing. Everybody asking like, oh, where's
I
don't
family
talk
function.
to her no more. Like,
and you know that was the response.
Yeah, like we are not friends anymore. Y'all just gonna have to be okay with that.
Yeah, there's only one other person, and it's not that we're bad. It wasn't a bad fallout. we lived 2 hours away. Like it was just
it just kind of happened.
Yeah,
relationship got to that point.
I haven't fell out with anybody. So like my friendships that are like lost is because I kind of distance myself.
Because you have commitment issues. We talked about that in the first episode.
But yeah, so it's like, I don't know, like all of the people that I have distanced myself from, and still like, you know, we need to get back together. I miss you. Let's link up. And it's just like me being who I am. I'm like, yes, I do. I miss you too. So let's like, and it's not that I'm lying because I do miss these people, but it's just like I also still remember why I fell back, and it's just like I had a friend who his circumstances weren't the greatest, like just how his life was set up, and I was very much so being used, and I didn't care at one point, and then it became a point where it was like, okay, no, I know I'm being used. It's not a mutual gain for me anymore. It's just I'm being used. So I'm no longer interested in this friendship. I'm really cool with him, like, but it's just like I'm not interested in getting back to that space because
being like that,
because I just feel like I'm gonna fall right back into that space of, okay, now you're gonna need me. Oh, can you do this? Can you do that? Even though it seems like his life is going differently from us talking, it's still just like, I don't know. Like I already got like that weird taste in my mouth. So.
Yeah, I have a friend who I feel like, you know, when something so dramatic happens, like you guys can get back close, but it's just certain things are just never gonna like
be the same.
Yeah. Get back to that point.
Absolutely.
I guess kind of with like a relationship though, like if you cheat
The
or
trust,
that's it.
If the bond is broken in any way,
we can still laugh, we can still kick it, but there's gonna be sometimes where I'm gonna be looking at you out at the side of right, yeah, like, cause I don't know you anymore. Yeah. And I feel like once you, like, in that year and a half you weren't friends with your friend, y'all probably became a different version of yourself. You know, or that time can go past.
Our lives have completely changed in that year and a half. We, like, literally, our lives have completely changed.
You can talk to a friend after a year. You got a new job, a new boo.
You know I got a new
with
job.
A different boo, right? You like moved. Anything could have happened within that time frame. So, what do you guys think about outgrowing friends? Have you outgrown any friends?
Yeah, I think that's what I went through. So I don't feel like I really had no fallout. I really think I just outgrew friends. I feel like at one point it was convenient and like it worked for us being friends, but as I started going this way and they were going that way, it just didn't work. So it was not like a beef. It ain't like we got a problem. It's just like, okay, we want two different things. It's still all love, but I'm gonna go my way, you go your way.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it's kind of the same person, the same situation. We're kind of in the process of that now. We're just different people than we were a year ago, but we're just different people in general. We have different interests completely. So it's like we have a good time when we're together, but outside of that good time when we're together, like, we don't really have too much to talk about. Yeah. You know, it's just a different... So that, I mean, there's been a few people I've outgrown, but we weren't like super close friends that it really mattered. They were just people, you know, you get older and it's just like,
nothing life altering.
I ignored certain things when I was younger, or they didn't mean the same thing, but as an adult, like the older you get, kind of looking at them like, you're still doing that?
In friend groups, do you guys feel like it's hard to navigate being in friend groups? Like, is it, you know, three's a crowd? Does everybody have to be present for everything?
No.
You know, the group telling everything to everybody. Like, if I tell you one thing and I necessarily didn't share it with the rest of the group, so then you tell them and now they know, and it's like, we all friends. Like, how hard is it to navigate in a friend group? More than two people.
I feel like you have to know your friend group. So, like, with you guys and Taylor, I feel a certain level of comfortability to where I can share everything, and then in certain things that if you just tell me, it's like, for me, I'm not just going to share that with them unless it's kind of like something that's like, okay.
I just want to say this. I don't want to cut you off. No, I'm just being honest here. I feel like in our friend group specifically, that I'm like the nucleus.
No.
Because y'all all tell me what everybody
the other person. Yeah.
No, seriously.
Absolutely.
That's it. So it's like,
that's why it's funny to not even, we don't even put the shit in the group chat, because some way or another it's gonna get around everybody in the chat.
It doesn't matter, like, just...
And especially with Brian. Brian's the one where one of us is always gonna call the other one, let me tell you about this nigga Brian.
Oh,
like,
for
let me
sure.
tell, like, it's definitely gonna be Brian, and then there's gonna be me, but I'm usually telling on myself. I'm pretty open.
We pretty much find out.
Yeah,
literally. Yeah, definitely for the most part.
But like you said, it's about personalities. Yeah. It's all about personalities. You know your friends, and everything's not meant for everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
including events, like not
Yeah,
events, but like
seriously.
outings, like
yeah, it doesn't
just because
always have to be
two
everyone.
people are getting drinks or now where it gets weird is if it's like a real planned thing, like if
And-
3 of us go to Cedar Point,
Kinda,
why
yeah.
didn't we invite the 4th person?
Yeah. So like if you are going to Cedar Point and you know that this person is going to like whine and complain the whole time, then I'm not gonna invite
Yeah.
you. And it's not like, you know, I feel like that's kind of where you have to do that self check, because it's just like, oh well dang, why didn't you invite me? But it's like, oh, I hate walking. So like, why would I be mad at you?
Yeah, because if you know
Why
your
am I gonna just
friends,
walk
Mhm.
around?
like if you hate amusement parks, why would I invite you? But people just want to be in their feelings anyways. Like they didn't ask me if I
Right.
wanted to go.
Yep.
I think that. So I've been like in a threesome before. Like I think 3 is a crowd. I think friend groups are so much easier with an even number. In certain instances, like
I'm gonna say, I think our triangle dynamic works.
well, yeah, because we've known each other for
Yeah, it was the
You
3
know
of
what
us
I'm
for a
saying?
long time.
what 10 years, 15 years. We've known each other for a really long time. But for new friend groups, like a threesome can be really awkward because there's gonna be sometimes one person that just feel 3 is a crowd, 2 is company, 3 is a crowd for me. Unless it's like I said, like a lifelong friend, y'all already know each other. Like if we're all out and you and Elena want to go in one store and I'm going to a different store, I don't care.
Right.
But with the
No,
wrong
I say,
friend group,
I
that can
would
be
know
like,
that'd be a problem.
she always want to go with her. Like, why she? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's
Weird
what I'm saying.
stuff like that.
No.
I
People are
think-
definitely weird.
Yeah, I definitely think friend groups can be difficult. Or like if we all go, if the 3 of us go to Cedar Point, I'm not gonna be mad if y'all 2 want to ride together on 2 rides back to back. And then you scary, so you need somebody to ride with.
Yeah,
you.
no, then we gotta figure out who don't want to ride with Ryan every time, because
I'm
then we
just
want to hear
saying,
their screaming.
yeah.
I almost threw you off the roller coaster.
It's okay.
You remember him screaming
I
at the
just-
top of his lungs like the world was ending?
All I can say is that y'all set me up when y'all.
We didn't know you were that
last ride. Like what?
Well,
it was
oh,
me-
well,
y'all-
no, you.
But y'all hadn't rode together, so I understood.
And we were
but it was just
sick
like,
of y'all.
it was the scariest ride for me.
I know that was funny.
I
I doubt.
literally was like, no, like I'm not doing this. Like y'all wasn't even gonna get on the ride. And I'm like, well, I don't want to ruin it, so okay, I'll do it. And
I wouldn't care. We were getting on. You
We were
and
getting on
Kenny could've did what y'all were
regardless,
gonna do.
no, literally. Remember, I was the only one that didn't want to do it, and y'all was just like, okay, well, we don't want it to be 3. So I was
I
like,
don't remember that. They don't
I
sound like us at all.
do.
Yeah, I don't remember caring. Okay,
Just
just
okay.
pause for a second. So, well, we kind of touched this a little bit, but how many friends? Is it such thing as too many friends in one group? Like, I know you have larger friend groups, like, outside of us. Because, to me, that's just like, I don't know, there's 4 of us. Could you imagine there being, like, 2 more of us?
6 or yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like 10 of us, like 10
Because
close
we know people
friends.
that have friend groups like that.
Yeah.
And it's, for me, it's too many different personalities. Like, you have 7, 8 people. That's definitely, y'all definitely are not doing everything together all the time. Like, you
No.
definitely gotta separate
it's
stuff
definitely
because.
gonna be like a
So, you know,
foursome,
certain
so-
people, yeah, it's gonna be like 2 foursomes most of the time
Yeah.
or whatever.
That's
That's a lot.
yeah.
I mean, I guess if some people just get along.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you just get along, you know, and but that just seems like a lot.
That seems like a lot going on. I don't know. I don't know if my anxiety can.
Imagine how loud, think about how loud it is when it's just us drinking.
Oh my goodness, that would
No,
literally
and
be like a
extra
party.
bodies.
No, literally, like,
Every
noise
single time.
complaint. Like,
Yeah. So okay, let's get into like a deeper level of friendship, right?
mm-hmm.
Would you? So you have how many close friends? 8,
Well, yeah, I got 8 close friends.
7,
Uh-huh.
6 close friends. Would you loan all 8 of your friends money? Are all of them on loan money friendship level?
Definitely.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be my friend if I
I was
could.
just about to say, yeah, if I felt like I couldn't, I wouldn't consider you to be like a close
Especially because we're speaking from experience. Like, I've literally borrowed money from my friends on multiple occasions and vice
Mhm.
versa.
Yeah.
It's literally like the send me whatever. Like, I'll send it back tomorrow or Friday or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
like
never
cash
been
at
an
me
issue.
20, 50
Yeah.
bucks till
okay,
Friday.
boom.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Cool.
got you.
However, I will say there is some money in the streets I know I'm never gonna get back. So
You gonna write that one off?
I
Pay it. You just gotta pay it.
I gotta charge them. You know, I keep telling myself I charge that to the game. I charge the game. But I think what pisses me off is when people owe you money and they act like they don't. So that's why, like, I'm apprehensive. Like, okay, y'all 2, I don't care for sure. Or Taylor, like, if y'all 2, well, all of my friends actually. Yeah.
But you've just been in a situation
I've been
or
in a
situation.
situation where it's like, you know what I'm saying, a person owe me money and it's just like regular day-to-day conversation. I'm not talking about a week has gone past.
And you're also not talking about $20 or $50.
No.
That's what I mean.
Like my dad told me after he said he don't loan out money that he's not prepared to lose.
Yeah.
So if
matter of fact, did I ever give you that $50 from 2014? Remember I owed it to you for long?
No, you did not.
I got you today.
Yes.
She did not.
It literally just popped in my head, and I'm like, did I ever even?
It was
pay
for
that back?
This
prom.
is real friendship right here.
It was for your prom or something.
I just remembered.
2014, she about to get her $50.
I forgot all about
I
that.
did too.
See,
Hit that cash app today.
Boom.
and this
You know,
is
it just popped in my head because I'm like, I remember owing you that money for such a long time and being like, oh, I'm gonna give it to you, And literally, I'm right now. I'm like, I never gave that.
That's
to her.
hilarious. I forgot. I wasn't talking about you.
No, I know, but I'm saying it because
who I'm talking about with me way more than $3.
Exactly. But I'm saying like, it's funny because it's like we've done so much in that time. Like we might go out, I might pay, or you might pay, or we're going out, or so it's like not that it really matters, but
No.
it's the principle. Like I just remembered that I've never paid that money back.
And I have not thought about that money. So Merry Christmas.
I feel like that's what you say every time I try to pay you back. Like, really
Yeah,
think
like
about
I wasn't
that.
thinking about it, but and it's because of that. Like I feel like if you have really good friends, like nobody's like nickel and diming.
Yeah, it's coming
friend.
back to you.
If we go to the liquor store and you know, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
I'm not about to have you get $5 worth of stuff because I don't want to buy your $1.89 juice. So you don't want to pay the service charge. Like just put the juice over here and shut up.
Yeah.
Or like,
literally.
oh, you want to go out to eat? I don't have any money. Did I ask you if you have money?
Right.
Oh my God.
That's the thing. That's the
That
us
is
thing. That's the us
that
thing.
is- I hate
When I really want to go, and he's like,
I'm gonna
he'll say no. Like, no.
And she like, you don't got no money.
I'm my names, but come on.
I got no money. 'Cause, see, that's the thing.
$8.95 tacos.
She will put it like, so it's not that she will like put me on blast, but she kind of put it like, okay, so
You ain't got no money.
right? Like it's not that you don't want to go because you don't have no money, and it's just
Right.
like,
Because I want to go.
well, no.
Yeah, let's go.
She's like, well, let's go, and so it's like but that's a real friend right there. Like if your friend's not doing that, then you need to check your friend group because that's how your friends operate. You're supposed to be able to be like, okay, let's go out to eat, and I'm a treat. Now I ain't saying treat every time.
No.
Nobody wants a bum friend. Not being funny. If you the bum friend, you need to check yourself.
If you the bum friend, you ain't never paid for the. You never picked the checkup. And I'm not even talking about like, okay, like I never paid for all 4 of us.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
I'm
But,
about to
like,
say,
if it's
but
2 of us,
yes,
Yeah,
it's
and it might be like you tip, like you got cash on you, you
Yeah,
get a
something.
tip.
It's
Some type of something.
Or if we gotta take it like I said, you just ain't got the money, we take it off.
Exactly.
2 of us, no problem. 3 of us, all right. Ain't more than that.
3 of
But
us, 3 of us, if we had a.
it's a celebration or something,
okay,
you know.
special. Okay.
Yeah. Definitely drinks, like,
Oh yeah. Okay. No.
cause I have friends.
Round on me.
Yeah, like I have friends who we would go out and it's just like back and forth. Like we're about to drink all night.
Yeah.
It ain't no point in one of us. I mean, both of us keep pulling. Like just whatever. Let's just
It's round on me.
round for round.
My aunt has a thing where she'll, whatever everybody's drinking all night, like people buying her drinks, she'll let you buy her drinks, whatever. And you might look back like, she ain't bought no rounds. As soon as last call comes, she orders everybody 2 of whatever they're drinking.
That's hilarious.
Every time.
Oh,
So even if, like I said, even if she is paying for drinks along the way, like she might, whatever it is, but especially if you're buying drinks, at the end of the night, you getting 2 shots, beers, cocktails, whatever it is.
Yeah, it all balances out
Mhm.
when you got people that aren't like moochers.
Yep.
The Lynn of the group.
Oh.
We don't have a Lynn in our group.
I'm Lynn, but not in that way.
right. So, do you guys think that money can ruin friendships or relationships?
Relationships, yes.
Like, well, I just mean
Friendships,
relationships in
no.
general. Like,
Just relationships.
yeah.
They could. Absolutely.
I
It could.
think so, but I think it all depends upon like how it all goes.
I feel like it's
like,
the
like
amount.
if I owe you like a certain amount of money and I'm acting as if I don't, I haven't said anything to you about it, or I'm avoiding you, then of course
Yeah,
it's
it's a
going to
problem.
ruin the friendship because it's like, okay, you owe me this money. Why haven't I heard from you? And then the flip side is that people who owe people money will avoid them, and it's like, you can still talk to me. Like, I know you owe me that
I
money.
know you owe me money.
You know, yeah, but you don't
I
have
know
to
I'm not
not
bringing
talk
it
to
up.
me or not call me. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But I think that when it comes to the money, definitely the amount. Because if I owe you $50 from 2014, you like, hey, who cares?
But if I owe you 500,
yes, you gonna be
You
like,
never owe
wait,
me
what's
$500.
going
she said
Nobody-
don't loan out money. You're not prepared to fully
literally.
lose.
I can't think of one person that give $500 on me.
Not your parents.
That's a lot.
They didn't even give me $500.
What if your mom called you, like, my checks called, like, something with the bank, like...
That's different. Because I trust my mom to give me my money back.
She get money back.
Yeah.
You know.
But not everybody can feel that way about their parents.
Yeah, but I'm saying $500 in general, like, you gotta really know, you have to know, you're getting that money back.
Because to even have the gumption
to ask
somebody for $500
or $1,000
or $1,000, I can.
Oh.
I mean, my dad's giving it to me.
I cannot
Okay,
imagine.
You don't play. Like, he'll scrape it up out of somebody. I've borrowed from my parents.
Yeah,
and my brother.
totally.
My parents and my brother, literally. Like, because I'm just not a shy person at all. And because I'm so close with my dad and my brother, it's never been an issue, but I've never been scared to ask them for any amount of money. Even if that sounds a little crazy, I've asked for some outrageous amounts, but even like a certain amount, like, I might ask Chelsea to send me like $20 or $50, but I wouldn't ask her for $100. I'd ask Brian for $100. Like, I'm not even gonna set myself up because it's like a weird thing. It's always embarrassing for us to ask Chelsea something.
Yeah,
it don't got nothing to do with you,
that.
but it don't got nothing to do with you.
No,
it's just like, she's so tired of us. Like, dang,
Y'all don't ask me for money that much.
Right, because we ask each other.
I was about to say, yeah, like if
personally don't ask
because
discussion between us compared to like.
And then it might be, and then Brian, it might be like Brian might tell me he'll pay me back on Friday, and something happens, something comes up, and I'll be like, because it's Brian.
Well,
I wouldn't
you owe me $50 for 6 years. Like, I feel like
I'm sure I've offered it before.
I feel like everybody has like, until you don't give me my money back, like, I'll loan you the money if I have it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Brian just borrowed money from me, and he gave it to me at 8 a.m. on Friday. I looked at the cash. I'm like, I literally texted him or called him. Like, I have never received money that fast back from somebody before.
I like to pay my debts off for anybody out there. If I owe you some money and I didn't pay you back, something is wrong, okay?
Email him at the Organized Mess Podcast at gmail.com. I will get your money from him. Okay, because, and I don't think it's money. Listen, I know everybody said it. I don't think it's money that ruins friendships. And and I don't care what anybody thinks. It's my opinion 100%. It is never, ever, 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 ever the loner's fault that the relationship fails. In my opinion. No. Because even if I'm hounding you, why am I at the point to where now I have to hound you for my money? My money. And I know people have like certain thoughts in their mind, like, okay, I got paid today. Technically, I could give this person their money, but they don't need it. I need to do this.
Not they don't need it.
Do not tell me.
I would say you've heard that one. You've actually heard that before. Yeah. Like
don't
you.
Tell me
you
that
don't really need
tell
it.
Me what I need. I need it because it's mine.
It's mine.
For no other reason.
Because
like that doesn't even make sense. The fact that people are ballsy enough to tell a hardworking individual that they don't need their money, that's hilarious to me. It's so crazy that you have to laugh.
Because
you'll fight. That's it.
Laugh or fight. That's the only option.
Yeah, the only thing we can do after that is square up when you tell a person that you didn't think, I didn't think you needed it. You needed it, didn't you? Like, what makes you think I don't? And there's certain things I don't loan money for, right?
Okay.
As an adult.
Okay.
I don't loan money for rent or car payments. Because in my opinion, if your rent is $1,400, if you don't have $1,400 today, what is the chances of you having $1,400 next 30 days?
Next month.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. If you don't have $400 for your car note today, how do I know you're going to have $400 in a month?
And then you're going to pay that $400 again, and then an extra $400.
When you get that 14, you're not about to come up on $2,800 to where now you can pay me my 14 and you got 14 to pay your rent. Another nugget from my dad.
The opposite. That's the money I will borrow from my father or my brother.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Because
now my friend, I wouldn't ask her like, I need so for rent or whatever it is. But my father and my brother, like, that's exactly what it would be for. And yes, Damasceno has paid my rent.
Or maybe if it was an instance where it was like, okay, you see on your unemployment account. If you are getting paid Wednesday and it's Monday and you don't really do tonight, it's probably still not gonna happen for me personally, but I can see that making more sense. Like I know for sure because technology stuff is weird, you might not get that money, and now I'm out of my money.
Right.
So long story short, don't loan out money that you can't afford to lose.
Yep.
And it's always the borrowee's fault that the relationship dies.
Absolutely.
And I don't like when people say like, okay, I'm gonna give you your money back on June 3rd at 6 a.m. Because you know what? At 6:02.
We got a problem.
The money's late.
Okay, see, that's my thing. If I say
just say you're gonna give it back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if I say I'm gonna give it back, I'll give you a day. I will give you a day.
Estimated.
But I'm not gonna give you a time.
Yeah, but it's always like almost always like when I get paid.
Yeah,
like, when I get paid,
I'm literally like,
you know, I got you on Friday.
Right.
But which payday though? Because you got 2 jobs, so I need to know am I getting paid on Wednesday?
Oh, no, he gonna let you know.
Okay. And that I can get behind that.
Man.
So, are there any rules to borrowing money from you? I guess we kind of went into it.
Yeah, I don't really have any, like, you know, as long as
don't avoid me.
Yeah.
No, and I know somebody, like, it wasn't a friend of mine, but I know the person, and that's what they would do. But even if it was something petty, like $20, they would literally just ignore the person, and they lost multiple friends over it, and multiple friends would talk about it, and they'd be like, he won't answer. Like, they're not even calling about the money. They're calling to see if you want to go out. You know, they're going out to the bar or something. Yeah, but he would literally do that. Like, just not respond until he had the money.
Weirdo.
And then when you come back, like, oh, I got the $20 for you. Like, bro, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like,
you
thanks,
avoided me
but
for
it was $20. Like, I really didn't want you to pay me back. It was $20.
Yeah. I think, like, that's something where it goes back into, like, your friendship, though. Because, like, if I'm borrowing money from my friend, if I borrow money from Chelsea and I told her that I'm going to pay her back, if I said I'm going to pay you back on Friday and I didn't pay you back on Friday, we still going to talk on Friday because I'm going to let you know, like, hey, I know I told you I was going to give you your money back. I don't have it, but I want to let you know.
Don't
like,
ignore it.
Yeah.
It's different if you're avoiding
after
it. Don't
that, I'm not going to just avoid her and be like, oh, I can't talk to her. Now, I'm not going to be like, oh, Chelsea, I could get your money back, but I went to the mall.
You see what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
Now, that's where stuff gets tricky because you riding around and you owe me money. You out on my gas. I don't get it. Where's my money? Now, we have a problem. That's why I said it's never the loaner. It's always the loaner.
It definitely is. And I think, like, the thing is like, when you're borrowing money, I don't know. I get money, but I'm horrible with money management. There's certain things, and I only do this with like my mom. Sorry, Mom. But like if I owe her like some money, and let's say I owe her like I don't know, like $100, and I know I only got $80, I'm still gonna do whatever I can with the $80 because I know I can't give her the 100. And it's like I know that sounds terrible.
Yeah, nah.
But
see, and that's where
but see, I won't do that to like. Y'all, I would never do that.
Like, well, yeah, but that's where like we get to certain like dollar amounts because if you owe me $200, like I don't necessarily expect the whole $200 at one time. I know older people say like I want my money how I gave it to you, but if you show effort, like hey, like I don't have the whole 200, like here's 50, here's 25, here's 17, here's a smoothie. I don't know. Avoid giving people their money back. That's so making effort.
That's the thing. So like it's weird because it's like again, sorry, Mom, but I would do that to like my mom, which is not necessarily good, but she'll forgive me. She'll let me. I get her money back always, or she write it off. But like with friends and stuff, I'm pretty much like boom. Whatever I asked you for, I know. Even if I have to borrow from another friend to give you your money back, I'll do that, and I'll just tell them, okay, well look,
I got your $20.
I'll give you your money.
Especially if the time is starting to get hot.
Friday.
We 2 months out. You need to figure out.
I've never owed anybody money that long.
So let's move on to friend fights.
I don't know what that is. I literally don't know what that is. Like I said, besides my one situation I just talked about, we've been friends for how many years?
Yeah.
15.
15 years. We've never had a single argument. Not one. We've disagreed on plenty. We've never had an argument.
We had an argument. Just one. I was really drunk.
I was thinking about the other thing that you did that made me really mad. When I deleted your number.
Oh, well, yeah.
But that's the thing, though.
I blocked you before.
We both deleted Brian before.
Yeah,
he deserved to get blocked.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, he deserved to get blocked.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Besides that, like, our two, The one time he was really drunk and just tripping, and I was going to have to put him out on grass shit because he was just...
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even consider that a friend fight. He was just super drunk. I knew he was stupid drunk. I was still mad, but the next day, he apologized. I don't believe in friends fighting. I think that's very strange, especially at our age. We're adults. Like, I'll be 25. You're already 25. You're going on 25 this month.
It's
Friday.
When it's air, actually.
So it's literally like, that's just so strange to me. Because like I said, you're going to agree to disagree. Like, Chelsea and I'm not going to say 100% different, but our ideologies are literally odd. Like, we're just different people. Like, we think differently. We, like I said, disagree on a lot of things. We've always had a friendship where we can talk about that. And it's not just agree to disagree. We can have that conversation about our difference in opinions, and that's okay. I know a lot of people who have a lot of fights with their friends. And it rubs me the wrong way. I think it's just so strange. Mm-hmm. Now, fighting your friends, like me fighting somebody else, that's a different thing. But my own friends, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. Like, I mean... Yeah, no, I don't think you can fight. Like, I don't think friends have
especially not physically.
So,
especially not. So if you get into a physical fight with a friend,
we're no longer friends. Period.
You can't bounce back from that.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No, because for me, I just feel like I am not a violent person. So like, well, no, I mean,
I'm gonna drink to that one.
I'm not a violent person until you like make me go there, and if you make me go there,
you've been there plenty.
But have I ever fought with you guys? Like, I'm never going to try to fight you guys. But with my male friends, I've never been to a point where it's like, oh, I'm about to square up with you. Now, different, yes. But, like, if you make me go there, especially as a friend, we're no longer friends. In that moment, it's done. Like, friendship is terminated. The minute I get in my stance, because we have to go, it's over. Like, friendship done. Like, we signed the line on that contract, terminated.
And now that I gotta fight you a random nigga on the street. Like, you gotta pull your pants up.
No, literally. It's time to go. So, yeah, the friend fights is not a thing. Now, if we have a little argument, like, back and forth.
Yeah.
That happens. It doesn't happen often. And I don't feel if it is happening often, then I feel like you need to reevaluate your friendship because why are you arguing for real? Now, again, like, if we disagree on something, that's one thing. Drunk moments, that's
another category.
Look, I'll chuck them up,
Unless drunk moments are
consistent
every time we get drunk, every time we get to this certain point.
Every time we get drunk, we fighting somebody somewhere.
But yeah, so that that's a thing. I've had my moments there, and then sometimes I don't know. You have your moment. Like you're gonna disagree, and I feel like if the friendship is a real friendship, and you had an argument, if it's something that you can talk about, you gotta care about the friendship.
Yeah.
Be able to be like, hey, you know what, Chelsea?
Do you talk about it, or do you just kind of be like, call like, what you doing?
Like you have those moments too, because sometimes
it depends on what happens.
Everything don't need.
I was about to say it depends on the argument. Period.
Yeah.
Because
everything don't need a sit down.
Yeah, it's no point to be like, okay,
because that's exactly how it was.
Yeah, me and you got into an argument, so now we need to like talk about.
No,
like
I'm busy.
Like,
what you doing?
Yeah, like what's up? How you been?
Like I said, that friendship that we didn't talk for a year and a half. That's exactly how it was. Like she just randomly wrote me on Snapchat, like responding to one of my snaps, and then that was it. She called me like, "What are you doing?" Literally been a year and a half, and I was blocked for a year and a half, and then she literally one day was just like,
"But to me,
that's how it worked."
Even though that whatever, however that transpired, I just feel like that kind of is a sign of like a real friendship, because it's like you can't do that with like if I'm not like a real friend with you, like if we fell out and I haven't talked to you for a year and a half,
you can't call me like
I'm not gonna just be like, oh yeah, it's cool, but I'm definitely gonna hit you with that, and then even if I do know who it is, it's gonna kind of be like, oh yeah, like what, like yeah, you called me, like did you mean to call me?
Right, like this
what's
is a
up?
mistake.
Like yeah, like oh okay, But I'm gonna be very short as opposed to where it's like me and Lena fall out and don't talk or whatever. Then she call me like, oh what's up?
Like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, like we just gonna get right back. So it's just like
because we would miss it. Too
much.
I'm
gonna say you have to have that friendship. If you don't have that friendship, then it's no point. You're not gonna. It's not gonna be.
So
there.
if Elena punches you in the face, y'all are not gonna be friends no more.
No. Well, see, here's the
What did Brian do to make me punch him in the face? Because
and
I wouldn't just punch him in the face for no reason.
What if y'all were just drunk and y'all got into a fight and she punched you in the face?
He had to say the
I was
crazy.
about to
He had to
say-
say some real
So,
disrespectful.
Here's the thing, like with me, or at least in my head, I try to be very accountable for stuff like that. So if she did punch me in the face, I am gonna think.
You'll be
well,
like, what I
why?
did to make
No,
her-
seriously,
Yeah.
I'm really gonna be like, why did she punch me in the face? So it'll be like, oh, well, you know, I said something off the wall, so she punched me in the face. So it's going to kind of be like, well, I can't be mad at her because I said that.
I did call her
like,
up,
yeah, you know, I
like,
said
Well, good thing
whatever.
you're not a real housewife because then you might want to sue.
What? No.
And even though you knew you were
You was
egging
doing
somebody
those.
on.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
But,
So no friends can't bounce back. Well, if for your friends, you guys can't bounce back from a physical fight. Not you two, but like
No, yeah, in general.
Just in general.
No,
yeah,
I don't think so.
I don't.
I've never been in that situation, but I
I was
don't
about
think
to
so.
say, yeah, I haven't actually ever fought any of my friends. I had somebody that I was kind of close with, and we almost got there, and like we cool now, but it was just in that moment, I was kind of caught in the middle. And so because I was caught in the middle, I picked
You
the
always
side,
in the middle
and
of
when
some
I
shit.
picked the side, it was the opposite side of my friend, so to speak. And so like it happened in that moment, and we didn't have like no real bad blood. I would say it was a little awkward for me because I did feel like I was literally about to fight you, but it was kind of like I got over it. Now it's literally all love when I see him. Now are we as close as we were? No, but that don't really have nothing to
You
do
don't
with
got
the
beef
situation.
either.
Yeah, it's just like it just kind of we naturally grew apart. I might say that might have started that grow apart, but we kind of just grew
So
apart.
if you're so forget fighting a friend, right?
Mhm.
So okay, well, let's say you get into a fight, right?
Mhm.
Out in public.
Mhm.
We've talked about this before. So
Mhm.
like we're out in public. I personally think it's so lame when people jump people. However, I can't see myself
Are you
being
crazy?
out with you and you fighting a one-on-one and I'm like, oh no, she got it. It's
Are
a
you
one-on-one.
insane?
I'm in it. Like,
And I feel the same way. Like, I think jumping people is so tacky. Like, oh, he's weak.
but I get it.
But no, but it wouldn't be like 6 or 7 of us. But like literally,
Or I'm pulling
there
her
is
off or
no
something.
There is no way that I'm about to sit and watch
What?
my best friend fight. I don't care if she winning. It doesn't matter. It's just. And it's not even gonna be a conscious thing. Like me jumping in, it's
I'm
not
just
gonna be
like-
a conscious action. As soon as I see that action, like think about even when that day you start running. You could have been running for a one-on-one. I didn't know what was
It didn't
going
matter,
on,
though.
but I was there. I was right behind you.
No.
When I found out what you were running to, I was very upset.
She was.
But it's just a reaction. I didn't
Yeah.
think about it because we're at Pride and it's Brian. I should have thought it was BS regardless. But all I seen was him take off, so I took off. But it's just like, there's no way.
So what if you're fighting a friend's friend and the friend don't jump in?
So for
It
me,
Because,
depends on the friendship levels.
But who determines what the friendship level is?
Okay, because
could
I've been
in
in
that
but I've
moment.
been in a situation similar. Obviously, you guys know, but somebody who I felt like should have had my back in that moment, but did nothing.
Definitely.
But we all agree, but in that moment, because of her relationship with the other person, she didn't choose sides. She just did nothing. But I really felt some kind of, because it's like you should, at the very, very, very least, you should have shut it down. Like you should have shut your other friend. If you didn't want to choose sides or whatever, you should have just been like, look, let's not do this. But that pulling out and pulling away and just did a friendship over.
Yeah,
You didn't have my back.
Yeah.
Is how I'm gonna feel about
I
it.
definitely feel like in that scenario specifically,
Yeah,
you shouldn't have been left out
what?
in the
By
cold.
yourself.
You
By
shouldn't
yourself.
have been ready to drive from Ohio.
Okay.
Or were you in, I was gonna say, were you in Ipsy?
Belleville, yeah.
45
Whatever,
minutes.
either way, far to the
And wherever
wall.
you were, like,
By the
y'all
time I
were-
got there, the whole thing would have
It
been.
was
But she
all
was,
over
but that's the
at
thing,
that
is she was so willing, regardless. Like, she was getting ready. Like, oh,
I was literally like, where we at?
yeah.
Like,
And I'm like, well,
I-
he's on his
I
way.
changed clothes literally driving there. Like I put on a whole different
Jogging
outfit.
suit and Tim.
I had a whole.
And I was in there because I was in the hookah bar, and like,
out.
there's people like good grown men. Like, I'll walk you to your car. Like, I won't let nothing happen to you. I'm not going nowhere. Tell my best friend get here. Like, I'm not leaving.
yeah.
But no, like I said, in that situation, like fighting a friend's friend, like I said, that's what that factors in is how is the relationship.
Yeah.
Because that was a friend of hers too.
Right.
But it wasn't
yeah,
a
it wasn't
friend.
it wasn't
At that
friendship.
time, it was like they were cool. They were kicking it at that time. But you've known me for so long, and I rode with you. We rode together. That was the whole other.
And that's one thing that I really hate about myself is like, because I like to drive because I like to drive my car because I like to leave when I want to leave.
Yeah.
I don't like to know nobody else's
That's a big
time.
thing when you're here.
And not even trying. I just like being in my own car. That's it. So
And she'll leave your ass too.
no, I won't. That's what I was about to go off into. It's just like if you came with me, I feel like it's my obligation to get you home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been out with people and they're drunk and I'm trying to, like, rally people up and I'm just like, I'm going to leave so bad, but I can't leave you here. Or I've gotten into instances where we've gotten into a fight and I wanted to leave you, but like I said, like, my conscience, we rode together, like, it just feel like I have to make sure you get to where you need to be. Yeah. I don't even have to talk to you in the car. I might be cussing you out.
Right.
On
like
the way.
Got me into this.
Yeah, but, like, I'm getting you to where you need to be. Like, if you ride with me, and that's why I don't like to go out with certain groups of people because I know they're gonna get into something, and I feel like if I'm at the club with you and you get into a fight, I got to. Like, no, I gotta fight.
Have to. Even if I don't want to. No, me and Brian had a really bad experience like that, and that was the bad part. It wasn't our friends. It was our friends. Yeah, it was our friends' friends, but we all rode together, and they were on some pure BS. Like the situation was, it was a mess. Yes. Our lives were in danger. Like. Weapons were used. They were throwing stuff.
Almost been jumped by that many people ever in my life.
No, literally almost been jumped. But for a situation that no had nothing to do with us, we didn't even know the people who got in the situation. But we were younger though as well. Yeah, because at this age, that wouldn't go down that way.
Girl, I'm in the car.
No, literally, I'm not even in the car. I'm calling somebody else to pick me up because I'm not even riding home.
I drove.
But we didn't drive. That was our problem. If we drove, we wouldn't have did. I don't think we would have did that.
Yeah.
I don't think we would have jumped in
we
like.
Would have.
Yeah, we were young. We were in that mindset. That's
like,
us.
We have that loyalty to a point where it's like
because we would expect people to do that with us.
Friends with you, you're friends with our friends. So because you're friends with her, because that's what it was. And we all came together. If you got us something, we got us something. That's just how it worked. Yeah. Now we're a little older, so it's just like. But
that's your friend.
But see, what I will say is that I don't know.
Depending on the situation.
I think
like they started that.
Yeah, a lot of how we feel. We're not gonna be places with certain people. Like we're not gonna be in a situation like that. So it's like if Elena is in something, then I am in it.
Yeah, because even that other situation where you just started running.
Oh, you
and I started running.
Yeah, you just like.
But there was other people that were with us that rode with us who literally disappeared.
Yeah, they didn't move.
Like, and they just left. Yeah. Like, literally just left to go sit in your car. But it's like, what? The situation that happened, we're running towards, but it's just like, for us, it's just natural. Yeah. Like I said, you ran, I ran. Yeah, I would expect them to start running too. Just because we're all here together.
That's how. But I think we're just lucky because
we're very lucky
like
because because some stuff we could have been in some way worse situations with us reacting the way we do.
But I think there are some people, and I know some.
I think it'd be a long night for whatever club owner if any one of us singularly got into a fight while we were out.
Whew. Ooh, nobody's leaving the club.
I mean, not saying that we some like ninjas or nothing. No, but just
we're not letting it go.
That like love, like that deep, like that shit.
We're all fighting for life.
Blood, like that's
we're fighting for your life.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's not just no.
It's literally life or death. Like that's, we're gonna be fighting like it's life or death.
And that's the thing. Like for
my best friends,
it's a little bit different when it comes to y'all because my initial reaction is not gonna be, oh, I'm about to jump in and fight this girl.
I'm about to kill this lady.
My initial reaction would definitely be to stop it. Mm-hmm. Now, if I get to a point where I can't stop it,
now you gotta swing.
I'm definitely fighting a female because I'm not gonna allow you to fight my best friend. And so now with my male best friend, that's different.
Yeah, of course.
He fighting, then I'm just I'm not one to jump, and so like I know y'all.
I feel like it's different for men too.
I'm not going.
I feel like that's one of those double standards.
So it's like I'm not gonna just start jumping the person, but I'm definitely standing there and I'm halfway watching. I'm halfway watching the fight. But if anybody trying to move, then I gotta move because nobody else is getting in.
I'm
this
probably
is their
moving
business.
before the person my best friend's fighting this fight.
I think
I'm probably gonna throw the first punch if my best friend. If it come down to it and I know it's about to be a fight, I'm probably gonna throw the first.
Might as
hit.
well start it. You know, because
it's going down anyways. But
it's rare.
I know you not about to hit my best friend first. I know I'm not about to sit there and see.
Watch.
Wait, see you
Kevin Hart, you watch that foot come off the ground.
There's no way I'm watching it, and I'm be like, you know when it's coming. If you're that person who's fighting, you know when it's to that point where, bitch, what? Like it's something. Mm-hmm. It's just not going down.
Yeah,
it's just not going down.
What was the question? Can you bounce back from a fight?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. It was.
Well, that was good. That's
jumping in with friends fight. Oh no, that was a segue. We were talking about friend fight.
Yeah. So,
there's that.
Yeah. Boom. So, look, one fight, we all fight. Whatever.
Period.
In certain friend groups.
That's the real one, bingo.
Because for other people, I might watch or let you do what you gotta do, and if you lose it, I might break it up. Or
unless it's just two of us out. Like if it's just two of us out, I'm obligated. If it's a group and you do your own thing, I might check it out for a little.
Or if like there's a few people that I'll let the one-on-one go. Cause for me, I mean we're still good friends, but I know
that they started it.
Well, that's another thing. No, even if they started, it's not even that. But if I know you got them bitches.
Oh yeah.
Like if I know if I know you about to really, and not saying that y'all don't, but y'all my best friends.
Yeah,
it's different. But like, there's a few friends of mine that if that were to go down, I'm the cameraman because I already know you.
I know you
put in the work. We are here.
You can hold yourself for sure. Yeah, that do make a little bit of a difference too. Like you said, not saying that y'all can't, but.
It's just a natural reaction.
Yeah, it's a different relationship. So you're gonna automatically just be like, what? Like best friend, like mama or brother.
Yeah, like, exactly. I wouldn't let you swing on my mother.
Like what?
Right. That's the same thing. Like there's no, it's going down.
Yeah.
Well, so, what about with friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Missing important events. Why are you smiling?
Because he probably missed some of them. I've missed important events. I mean, I'm not gonna say important events. I mean, I miss like birthdays, you know. But like,
I mean, that's
I've missed. Yeah, but I'm saying I've missed things, so I definitely get it. Honestly, just with you, like the events that I've missed, I've missed some of your birthdays, and I've always been out of state. I'm saying I've missed events.
That was telling me.
But I've been literally out of state.
Yeah.
I will quit my job. Like if it's important enough and I can't get the day off, like I asked for your birthday off, they didn't give it to me off.
You didn't quit, did you?
No. But I'm saying if somebody can't cover it, like they gonna be SOL. I gotta
listen because I'm requesting the time. I'll just give you a heads up to let you know.
But I'm not gonna be there.
That's another conversation.
No, we're not gonna get all that. But I'm saying for certain things, it's just like I've missed events, but I've literally been out of state.
Is there an event that you can miss that would cause a friendship to be ended?
Wedding.
Okay.
Can't miss a wedding. For me, that's the only thing. Or like baby shower, it has to be like some extenuating? Extenuating circumstances. Like it has to be. But other than that, personally, wedding, baby shower, like.
Yeah, I agree. Because especially since those are ones that you have like.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
you have
a heads up. You have time to
like
plan it. Because, but I don't think. I'm sorry. At our big age, I just don't feel like missing a birthday dinner.
No,
is that big deal?
It's not a friendship breaker
or a game night. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you don't. If you got something going,
I'm saying sometimes we just have stuff to do.
Or if
we are grown,
you got a kid because sometimes you got stuff to do.
You said that if your job don't let you off on Friday, you'll be SOL. Like, not everybody feels like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, if you don't get the day off, that doesn't necessarily mean that somebody's going to call off. Like, what makes you think your birthday is a call-offable event?
No, but like I'm saying, only because I'm throwing this event.
Well, right.
No, that's literally the only difference. But I'm saying there's been things where they've been very important events. Like a funeral, that's another one. I mean, I don't know if I put that category of missing somebody's event. Missing
They
their
won't know
funeral.
you weren't there.
But it's like there's certain things that like I won't be here. Like I let you know I won't be here. You try to make it like there's nothing I can do. It's out of my hands.
No, but I feel like those are like realistic things. I feel like you gotta be really like a cold person to be like, oh well, you can't make it. But it's like
people are like that though. Like people really will cut you off for like missing a dinner, missing a whatever.
Are you paying for this dinner?
Whatever they feel is important. Okay. Just a little nugget, a little beaner here. Okay. Stop with the expensive birthday dinners.
Listen,
like
please.
First of all,
unless you're paying
that, or you have to just know your friend group or know what friends to invite.
Can't invite everybody. Can't invite all your aunties.
Or no, I'm like friends, because your auntie is gonna be more willing to spend $60 on your dinner before I am. Like, what makes you think I want to spend $100 on a meal with you? Not y'all.
No, I know what you're saying.
That's
That's a good thing. So for me, I feel like if you want to do the expensive restaurant, do that because it's your day.
It's your day. Do not invite who you want to invite.
Yes.
But don't be mad when people don't come.
Can't come, and that's my thing. Like I think that's where people get it misconstrued because it's like everybody, I want to go to Eddie V's, I want to go to Morton's. Okay, those are expensive.
Do you got an Eddie V coin? Or are you paying
Yes,
for
I was about to say, if you're not just paying for everybody, even though it's your day, like, that's cool. But it's like, you also can't be mad if you know your friend don't get paid your birthday on a Wednesday and they don't get paid till Friday and they can't come. You can't be mad at that.
See, the problem is people aren't honest with their friends. Yeah. Everybody pretending like they got all this money. So, yeah, I'm going to throw a birthday dinner and everybody's going to have to pay $70. I'm expecting my friends to be able to pay for it. But people got too much pride to say, like, I don't have that for your birthday.
Check.
Right.
You need to do a check
plus
with your friends, okay? Check with your friends.
Oh, don't
because listen, Brian will be quick to be like, I'm not hungry. He gonna come. Brian's one person, he's not missing your event. He's going to come to the Eddie V late. But if he gonna come an hour late. But if he ain't got the money, he just ain't gonna eat. He will literally get a $10 plate of fries.
I love you.
He'll swear to God he ate before.
I did. No,
whatever it was.
That's what you do eat before.
No,
he ate McDonald's over there because he knew he ain't had no money to pay for the $70 steak.
But see,
I feel it.
It's real, okay?
Yeah, because you still came out.
Okay, that's
like I said, I work at restaurants, so I have these experiences, especially the weekend that just passed, where it's an issue. People don't expect you to come out and spend that amount of money on a birthday dinner.
That's not your day birthday.
Yeah,
no, literally, like I said, so if you're gonna do something like that and you're not paying you don't pay the whole tab, then that needs to be set ahead of time. Like we're all paying cash. It's going to be one check. We're gonna split it evenly. Make sure you have cash on you. Whatever it is, gotta be done ahead of time because there's nothing worse than being in a situation where somebody invited you out for a reservation, a party. And you're going to assume it's being paid for. Like, you guys got this banquet, rented this room, whatever it was. And then you got to come out with some money. Yeah. But then it's a fine dining. It's not Applebee's. It's a fine dining restaurant. Okay. You're going to be coming out with some money. And I literally just had that issue where everybody was like, it's unnecessary.
Yeah, like.
Just don't do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You still be too old for birthday dinners.
I feel like you're too old for like the whole 20-person restaurant putting 4 tables together. I feel like, and people, this might sound crazy, but I just think there's some things that I blame social media for everything. I just feel like there's certain things, like there's levels to everything. Like we're all young. Who's to say that it's time right now for, you know what I'm saying, Eddie V birthday dinners? Yeah. You know, we're still kind of in that mid-range.
We're still in college.
We're still in that mid-range age. But everybody is doing stuff so fast.
Social media.
My parents, or like my aunt, like they're just now getting to the point where they're having extravagant birthday dinners. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And guess what? They're paying for it.
Yeah, they
That's
work
why I'm
for
saying
it.
Like there's levels to it,
and
because
they can do it.
If you want people to do certain stuff with you on your birthday, sometimes you have to foot the bill. If that means taking, you know, I got everybody drinks or whatever. I mean, I've had people who wanted to do certain stuff like, I don't know, like get our makeup done for their birthday. Why do I want my makeup done for your birthday? And if I do,
I'm not paying for it. Yeah. No,
like
that's
a spa
so
day
weird.
type of, like a spa day.
So you got
invited
to a spa day?
No, I got
invited
invited
for the spa
day?
Yes,
pretty much, yes.
How?
No, see, that's
No,
weird. That's the thing. That's about
absolutely
knowing your
something.
friends, knowing who, because
We
there's
weren't
certain
even,
people
like-
that would never do that.
We weren't even like friends. We were just like level 1 friends.
Like come out and
But
enjoy
I just
my
feel
day with
like,
me.
regardless of if we friend on level 1 or level 10, if it's a spa day type of thing, you should be paying for
Yeah,
that.
that's already. I should not have to come in with a debit card.
And I'm not
cash,
saying you paying for it. Your man, your mom,
Whoever,
whoever
it
is
should
treating
be paid
you,
for.
yes,
Yeah, it's just
and not
your
from the
guests-
people you're inviting.
Yeah, your guests shouldn't have to pay for something like that.
No, because
No.
you're there for the experience.
Absolutely not.
You're literally there for the experience. Like,
But people want to jump to doing stuff like that so fast. So now
Social
you got
media.
all 10 of your friends
Yeah, it's social
split
media.
into the spa bill. You wanted to do this.
you know how tacky that is.
Like, you wanted to do that, not
That
me.
is, I can't.
Come on, spot you.
Well, I see it. Like, okay, so how much?
It's spas ain't cheap.
Which
So if you
massage you
taking
get?
10 friends out, everybody getting 30 minutes.
Y'all better group hug.
Basic Swedish.
Yeah.
We ain't doing
And
nothing
that's still,
extravagant.
that's still expensive.
Exactly.
But so, I was about to jump straight to the next thing without no type of segue. But there's my segue.
Get us in there.
do,
We're
y'all,
just in there.
do y'all tell y'all friends your business?
All of it.
Yeah.
All of
Everything?
So
Even the stuff I know you don't want to hear.
So I'm getting to the point where I'm trying to do better about that because I feel like I am a oversharer in general, just
You?
period. Like regardless to whoever I'm talking to, like once I feel a level of comfortability with you, I'm bound to tell you anything.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is that for one, you can't tell everybody everything.
Yeah.
Two, everybody don't want to hear everything.
Mhm.
So with that, it's like I'm trying to learn to gauge that because it's just like even with you two, I know that I can call her and give her explicit details to whatever is going on. Whereas with you, I can, but I would leave some stuff
You
out.
should refrain
Yes.
from certain.
Yeah.
It's certain things that I definitely will leave out in regards to whatever may be going on. And it's not like to be funny or anything like that, but it's just like I know ultimately you don't want to hear it, and so there's no need for me to even tell you.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's really what it is.
No,
I
yeah.
definitely like visit.
See, I'm not, that's
Worry
the
about
thing is,
it.
I'm such an open
Have it.
person, not with my friends, with everybody. Like, I'm very explicit with everybody. Like, I tell my, like, the things my friends know, I'll call my dad and say the same thing. That's just who I am. That's my personality.
Oh.
There's a lot of things that after I say it, I'm like, they probably didn't need to know all that. They probably didn't want to know all that. To whatever, if it's sexual or not. You guys know I'm very open and I want to. And it's just because I'm not a person that holds my emotions in. I feel like everything should come out. I feel like you got to deal with everything. So whether it's talking to yourself in the mirror or talking to your friends or your parent, whatever it is, I don't believe in holding nothing in because I don't like how I feel. Whether it's good or bad, I like getting it out. So I'm very open. My friends know everything. They know all the details. My siblings, my parents, everybody knows the same information about me. I might put it out a different way.
Yeah.
But I'm saying everybody knows who I am, what I do, that's just my personality. And I'm okay with that. Like I said, some things my parents probably don't want to know. Some
Right.
things my friends probably don't want to hear. But just me being who I am, I can't help it.
Yeah.
It's just going to come out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What about you?
I honestly don't have a lot of business. I mean, I guess if you're like
No, for real.
thinking of, I mean, what's business?
No, that's what I'm
Like,
you live a
I-
very
I just think
like you
everything
live a
is-
life.
I just think everything is like, to me, I just be feeling like people don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Really?
if I get, not like that.
No, but I'm saying just that surprising in general.
Yeah.
Like, cause I mean, even like, obviously you guys don't know her relationship with her husband, but like, we wouldn't know about a single argument. Like, if we weren't there to witness something or a mystic, like, it's that kind of stuff that I'm open with everything. I'm gonna put out, and then certain things don't need to be said to certain people.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not saying like you don't need to tell your friends nothing, but why would you be telling us about
Like,
your
what?
arguments about?
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, that's your personality. The person I am. If I'm that mad, I need to get it out. Like I need to.
Yeah. Like when I say I don't think people would care, I just mean so if like there's nothing you can do about it, like because that's how I feel. Like I don't mind people, like because a lot of people, I feel like I'm a business hub for a lot of people. Like a lot of people tell me
All their
a lot of their business, and honestly, like it's not like I'm storing it. Like you can tell me whatever you want to tell me. Like I don't mind, but it's just some stuff where it is kind of like she didn't necessarily have to share that story,
Right.
But if you wanted to get it off your chest, cool, boom, boom, boom. But like I know as a receiver, like it's just certain stuff like I said, not that you don't care about my well-being,
Mm-hmm.
but like it's just kind of like you're not gonna store that in your bank.
Right.
Like, what do you need to know that for?
Yeah, but it's exactly what Brian said. There are certain things I'll call Brian, and certain details I'll be like, I ain't telling this to Chelsea. Like she definitely don't want to hear this. Like she gonna be looking like, girl. But I'll tell Brian because we're who we are. We're like, oh my god,
really, like,
girl, what? You gonna be like, girl. Like it's gonna be certain. Same thing. You gotta know your friends. Like I said, it's nothing towards you. We just, I mean, it's like a up on you. We hold you to a certain standard where we don't even want to tell you our ridiculous stories that me and Brian on the same level. We would call each other and be like, "You would never guess what just happened, what I just did, or whatever." And be like, I didn't want to embarrass myself to tell her that. Like I would just tell you because I gotta get it out. That's how it works for me. Anyways.
They put way too much stock in how much I care.
Yes,
It's not about how much she cares though. It's about how much I care.
Well, or like how I'm gonna like.
You like the mama.
I genuinely.
That's it. And that's the thing. That's what it is.
I've never had a bad situation where I've said something I shouldn't have.
I don't mean it
like what the fuck
that.
make you think I want to be the mama?
No, I'm not saying it like that.
That's the thing. I said it's nothing about you. You don't. It's just how we look at you.
How we look at you.
I'm about to not have no friends.
But no,
it's that we're really in the process of getting our lives together,
and that's what it is.
So am I. Like, okay,
no, I know how you feel about that. I know how you feel about that. We're not, but you're just more put together than we are.
I'm about to say, and that's really what it boils down to. Like, even if your life was falling apart to the point where it's like it's as bad as ours,
you still 10 times better than us.
Looks like it's as bad as ours.
And
so for us,
maybe I should tell them more my business so they wouldn't think that I was just floating on a fucking rainbow unicorn all day, eating lollipops in cupcake land.
No. She don't like cupcakes.
I don't like chocolate cupcakes. And if she was my friend, she would know I like chocolate.
I did, but I wanted to try it.
No, it wasn't.
I do know that, but I wanted to try it. It is.
So pretty much, there's nothing you won't tell your friends.
Pretty much, yeah. For me, pretty much, yeah.
Open book.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some stuff that I haven't even shared with y'all. That I've shared with Mike Juan. But it's a little different.
Yeah.
Because it's just
he's in your world.
Yeah,
and see, that's my thing. I feel like I am a good, even distributor of my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, some stuff I tell one person, another thing I tell another person. Like, I don't know, not one single person knows everything.
Right.
Yeah, no, see,
I think that's important. Well, and you gotta just know, because like I've had friends where they don't know nothing, because I know as soon as we fall out, I've seen them do it with their other friends.
Right.
Like, they putting all their business on Facebook, Twitter. You know,
that's another thing
Craigslist.
too. That's a big thing. Like, it's gonna keep coming back to the same thing. I know your friends. I know if I did the deepest, dirtiest, cruelest thing to Brian or Chelsea, nothing I've ever done in my life would come out on social media. No matter how bad they were hurt. Like I'm saying, I could do the grimiest thing you could imagine.
Well,
I mean,
I'm sure
if you're talking about like sleeping with your husband, like that, you know, that's what I'm saying.
Now, even then,
that's what I mean. Yeah. We would just be done. Yeah. But you wouldn't be like,
my business out there.
She was and let me tell y'all.
Because that involves me putting my business in the streets.
Yeah, but no, it's just literally like, I've dealt with a person who, when we fell out, not putting it on social media, but throwing it back at me.
See, and that's my...
that's the thing. It's just like the situation that is I was like kind of telling her how I felt about her as a person and the life she was leading and living, and how I disagreed with it, and that's why what happened. But she like, and you was and I should tell your man that like whatever it was, like
that's my thing.
And it's just like,
that's why it's certain people you don't tell your business to, because it
I
might
learned the hard way.
Come a time where you have to, they might be telling you something and asking for your opinion, but as soon as you say something that they don't like, it's just
throwing in your face.
Everything. Just like, you can't even catch it fast enough. You just and you're like, whoa, okay. And see, that's why. And
that's another thing too, is like, okay, you saying all this now, which means you felt some type of way, you thought something about it, but you were my friend. So if you thought that this was this or that, why didn't you talk to me when I was doing these things that you felt some type of way about?
Yeah.
But it goes back to the friendship, honestly, because it's like certain people don't feel the comfortability to talk to you about
They wait till they're mad.
Yes,
Right. That's when they get
it out.
Or because
So
it's
you've been feeling this the whole way. I didn't even think about this. Like you said, not storing. Oh, you stored that.
Yeah,
like you
because the
stored
moment
that.
I get mad, I'm ready to just let it out. I'm like,
if that's not your man or your
I'm
girl,
if I'm not in a relationship,
friendships
I don't
like
store
friendships
like
and
that.
like relationships are two completely different things. Like
Yeah.
it's way different when you're in a relationship and you get to an argument and you've been letting out stuff you've been not saying to avoid arguments or whatever. Not that that's healthy, but that's a whole different. But as far as friendships go, like there's nothing I've ever done that my friends haven't straight up told me right away at that moment. Like I don't like that. Or that's not cool.
I just
or
did
you know,
that.
no, literally, that's what I'm saying. Like, regardless of what it is, like, I have relationships like that with all of my friends, my siblings. Well, not my oldest, but my siblings. Where whatever the situation is, right or wrong, we're gonna tell you because that's just how we are. That's absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't. If I really like real life right now, like we just had a blow up. I couldn't just be like, oh, well, we like you did or
I don't even have anything.
I have no idea,
Like, I have
especially not
nothing
nothing
ready.
bad to be
And
like.
for me, I'm the worst. I feel like out of all of our friends, like I've done the most things, and I have the worst stories, and it's like
I'm not even prepared
never,
to argue.
literally, never in a million years could I
Seriously,
imagine my
like,
friends throwing
okay.
anything I've done. I've had that happen with one friendship in a relationship, like where things just get thrown back at you, and I'm like, well, why didn't you address that when it happened if you felt some kind of way about it?
Wait, no, I won't lie. With the relationship thing, I'm really bad at that. I'm definitely that person that won't say nothing.
See, but like we talked about this last episode, building the case and all that.
That's me.
But no, I'm literally.
I don't do that either. Yeah.
No, it's literally whatever. If you do something I don't like or I don't
We talk
find
about it.
okay,
Let's have a heart to heart.
even if we don't talk about it, because you don't want to have a heart to heart,
I'm
gonna let it be known that I feel some type of way, and I'm gonna tell you why. Whether you agree, disagree, is an argument or not, I'm not just let it slide. Definitely not my relationship. In a friendship, I might let it slide before I will in the relationship. Like, huh? Like, no, because don't bring it up later. You're not gonna address it right at that time, like right when something happens. Don't bring something up I did 3 months ago because I got a problem with what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Like this, I feel like I'm very
Because you
big
didn't
on.
care about it till I brought it up.
Yeah.
For you.
If you have an issue with something, especially communication is important in our relationships, friendships, and otherwise. Tell me.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you.
Yep.
And it doesn't have to be in a rude way. It doesn't have to be, you know.
See, so that becomes
There's
my
an adult.
issue because
You gotta know how to communicate.
I am nervous about that when it comes to communicating because if I feel some type of way, my initial reaction is like go off. Like even I go through that at work, it's like okay, if somebody says something I don't like, I don't know how to address it because it's like my initial reaction is like be who the like like I'm just automatically like on a million, like I'm ready to start, and it's like okay, you can't start that. So like,
work. Yeah.
in relationships, it's been the same way, but it's kind of been like okay, you did something I didn't like, but I'll get over it. But it's kind of like I stored that because it's like I would need that later, and it's like that may not be like that's
exactly what I was just talking about.
I know, but that is me. So it's like I used last time in the first episode, like that little piece of paper thing, like. I'm like that. Like,
right. Why would you bring that up again?
What is that? The piece of paper.
Let's
thing.
reel it back.
Oh,
how about that? Let's reel the conversation
We're
back
not
in
going
because
there.
now we're talking about relationships,
We're not
romantic
putting paper on
relationships.
No, what are you talking about? I'm just in general. Yeah,
But no, I just mean like in friendships, I don't have that.
Okay,
ultimately.
boom.
There we go. Yeah, not at all. I agree.
So last thing, just a little fun, whatever. What are the group chat rules?
Always respond.
Okay, then we break that rule.
I'm
No,
saying
we
you
don't.
were the main one who be at work too busy to respond to the group chat.
I mean, like we know in our group chat, it's like okay, I'll send something, or somebody will send something, and no one responds. Like we need at least one response.
Yeah.
At least one response. That's
I
what
think
I mean
we kind of all
always
just feel it. Like, dang, ain't nobody saying nothing. Let me LOL this.
Yeah, like,
Even though, because we all be busy, like. All of our schedules are so different that literally sometimes when somebody sends something, the other three people are at work or whatever it is.
So it's just like that. I think that's like really like the only like real rule.
I kind of would like to implement a new rule. Oh, right.
New rule.
We all have
New
social
rule
media, right?
Yeah.
We all have Twitter for the most part. We all have Instagram. You know what I'm about to say. We all have Facebook. We have Instagram.
What?
Well, see, she did, but you get back.
Well,
to
you
it.
get it.
Yeah,
now.
you get back to it, but yeah.
If you saw a meme,
and
it was funny.
Leave me
If
alone.
you see the meme multiple
Leave me
times,
alone.
I have also seen that meme multiple times.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I'm,
It's new to
at
me.
that point, I'm not even giving you a courtesy haha. Unless I genuinely haven't seen it. But if it's something really popular, like if it's a big topic, like when everybody's talking about entanglements, you can bet your bottom dollar I've seen every entanglement meme. Do not send it to me. Don't DM it to me on Twitter. Don't DM it to me on Instagram.
That since I newly got my social media
I
back?
don't think so.
No.
But some things are just super funny to me that I might send you guys, but I'm like,
But
they're not
some
super
things are
popular
super
things.
I was about to say,
random.
but yeah, so like it depends because sometimes it can be super random and I may not have seen it, but if it's actually funny, then it's like okay, haha. But if it's something that you do know that's super popular, then
I've
it's just
seen
like,
it.
Yeah, because if you've seen it, and that's another thing that bothers me too for some random reason, is when people like retweet or post or send whatever to something I seen like a month ago. Like it's been circulating for a month. Like,
like of course, if she came across it, you know it's too old.
if I've seen the meme, okay,
Yeah.
I never read in the group chat seen the
Just
meme.
assume I saw it. If I ain't see it, I just think
Like I said, it has to be really hilarious or about a random topic that your friends might not have seen because you just came across.
But
this.
9 times out of 10, we all seen it. And like I said, if I didn't see it, I don't deserve to laugh at it.
Okay,
So
how often do we silence the group chat?
it's always a silence.
I just recently did it, but it was for a reason. I don't remember the reason, but I was doing something where we were talking about something. I'm like, it's when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm not an early riser, so sometimes when the mother wakes up at 6 a.m.
Well, I've always woken up early before having a kid.
and then he got to be to work at 7, so he up. So sometimes they could be in a conversation and I don't have to work till 4 p.m. So young mom, do not disturb.
Okay.
And it can be like 100.
And we can get to 100 texts quick.
Oh
Very
my
quick.
god.
Especially when you factor in the fact that haha or emphasizing is a
It's a
notification.
message, right?
Yeah. That was more recently. I did that like probably like 2-3 weeks ago. Put the whole group chat in the
I think the group chat's been on Do Not Disturb for me. Maybe for like since I like the end of me being pregnant, because I think y'all are having some random conversation at like
Did it have to do with
2
you?
a.m. and it might have. I was just
I feel
irritated, and I just didn't feel like talking. And it's like I keep hearing this ding or vibration. Because at one point I took vibration off of my phone for that reason, but I had to put it back on because I was missing calls and stuff. So you got to every group chat that I'm in is on Do Not Disturb.
I'm only one
I'm
group
gonna
chat.
say
No, I'm in 2 because I have my sibling group
Like
chat
work
too.
group chats. I'm sorry. No,
I have my
I
sibling
got
group
those,
chat.
but
No,
they
but my
don't.
sibling group chat is not popping. Like every now and then, like if something big happened in one of our lives,
You know
or a funny meme.
my family group chat isn't Do Not Disturb. Although it should be because my dad sends us videos of fish at 4 o'clock in the morning. So, anywho, so that kind of wraps up. You guys have any last minute thoughts on
Brian's
friends?
business? No.
On friendships?
I love my friends. I was gonna say that's one thing I have. I can say I have some of the greatest friends.
Definitely.
I have great friendships, relationships. It's super deep. All my friendships are super deep. Like literally, I'm not gonna say I could do no wrong, but I could do the worst thing. Obviously, there's a few exceptions, but I could do the worst things and know my friends got my back.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. My friends are gonna tell me when I'm wrong. They're not going to just baby you and call, like my friends are gonna let you know if they disagree with something, but it's all healthy. We have very healthy communication with each other. It's very important. But I love my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just feel like I love my friends.
He loves us so much that when we get really dressed up, he cries. That's how much he loves us.
I have real friends, and I'm very appreciative for that because I see a lot of people don't have those.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I feel really sad for them.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Because it's just like, you know, to experience like a real friend and then to have something else, like I couldn't accept anything less than like what y'all give me or what my other friends give.
Absolutely.
Like it's unacceptable.
Yeah.
So only thing I would say is like if you're watching this with us, just do a quick mental evaluation of who.
Don't have people cutting their friends off.
No, really, no.
I
like,
mean, no, seriously, we're
really
too old at this
just
point.
take a mental evaluation of your friends. You don't have to tell your friends you're doing this, but really just think like, okay, your one friend that you always talk to or whatever, are they messy? Are they bringing drama into your life? Are you somebody who don't like that? Like, think about stuff like that. I personally have cut people off because of that. Like, I like my drama on TV, not in real life. So, because of that, you know, you have to separate yourself. But really just think about that because everybody not fortunate enough to have people.
No, seriously.
You will never have a friend. Nobody else will ever. You'll never find a friend like me.
Agreed.
Man, what do you have for us this week as far as gossip is concerned?
Let's start with the Tory and Meg Thee Stallion situation. Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion situation. If you don't know what's going on, long story short, Meg Thee Stallion said that Tory Lanez shot her. After she said that he shot her, she has been not pretty much going on a rant or anything like that towards him, but he has been very quiet. There have been multiple people that have come out like in support of her. You had like Kalani, who had a song with him. She took him off the song.
And I just heard that song for the first time recently, and I'm so mad I never heard that song.
Yeah, it's a good song. JoJo did the same thing. Then he finally decides to say something. When he says he's going to say something, he sets it up to where we think he's about to go live. He drops a whole project.
Did he ever go live, or he just said
no?
He was
Yeah, he dropped the project. So he said he was gonna go live, and he dropped the project. That was what it was. So he dropped this project, and basically in the project, he says he didn't do it. He details like how he wants to be back with her. Like, you know, he feels like it's crazy.
You listen to it?
Yeah, I listened to like the snippets. Me personally, I feel like he did it. Because I feel like he did it. No, seriously, like
I don't feel like he did it. I know that he did it.
Yeah, so it's like because that's how I feel about it. He's canceled for me. But for me, I had this conversation earlier. Within this cancel culture, and rappers per se specifically.
Is it cancel culture, or is it we about to start holding y'all accountable?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
because those are two different things.
so-
Because some people are victims of cancel culture.
Yeah.
But most of the time,
You just hold people accountable. Yeah,
you
no.
shot her.
So it's like
You shot her in her foot. She limped out, leaking blood out of the truck as the cops made everybody get out. Like that.
seriously. So it's like with that situation, it became like, what are y'all thoughts on it? Because for me, I feel like he did it. Now, it's gonna sound bad, but I don't feel like he did it unprovoked. I do feel like it was kind of a situation where.
What was the situation?
Well, so they left.
Because I don't know the details. So what was their?
So they were at a party at
He was
Kylie
hitting on
Jenner's
Kylie,
house.
right?
Yes, they were at Kylie Jenner's house. They left the party. Obviously,
So
there was a lot of alcohol being involved.
Okay, who cares?
In the car, there was Meg Thee Stallion, her best friend Kelsey. There was a bodyguard for Tory Lanez.
In the
who's
front
also
seat.
the driver, and then Tory Lanez. So that's who was all in the car. We don't really know what happened in the car because nobody has said specifically what's happened in the car.
Okay, but okay. Okay, go ahead.
At some point, Meg Thee Stallion gets shot in the feet. After she gets shot, she gets back into the car because once she got shot in the car, she's out the car. Police come, and her story is that she did not want anything to happen to anybody. And the environment.
She doesn't want a black man to
yeah,
get
and the environment that we're
of the
in,
police.
everybody that was in the car was black. And there's a gun in the car, there's alcohol in people's system. So obviously, all that just looks bad, regardless of whether they're celebrities or not.
Yeah.
So she's just like, I want to protect this man. Now, after she gets shot, it starts coming out in the blogs. Everybody was saying it was Tory. She wasn't saying anything. She does a live. She gets really dolled up. She got all this jewelry.
And
on.
why did she do the live?
Because she just wanted to address some things. Because after she got shot, she didn't say anything. Like it got put in the blogs like she got shot, but she didn't say anything. Tory didn't say anything. Nobody was saying anything. So she does this live, and
Because she got tired of what?
well, wait, no. So she does the live, and on the live, she just kind of like she wants to address that she did get shot. So she says, "I did get shot," all this stuff. I just found out that the day that she did her first live, where she was very dialed up and iced out and all of that, was actually Tory Lanez's birthday. So it's been speculations like, that's really ironic that, you decide to go live and talk about this topic on his birthday. And then we fast forward a little bit after that. I think it might have been like 2 weeks later. She just goes on live, like random. She got on a hoodie, makeup, and she just like, you know what? I'm tired of sparing niggas. Tory Lanez, you shot.
So are you saying she was dolled up to celebrate his birthday with him?
Well, no, not so much celebrate his birthday, but
What makes that ironic?
Well,
yeah, I guess I'm not.
Well, because it was ironic because there are some people who feel like this is a publicity stunt. There are some people who feel like she
On
was
her
not
part
actually
or his
stopped.
part?
On her
or
part.
their part?
Well, their part. Like they did this in
I
conjunction
had no
together.
idea it was
Yeah,
Travis's
like,
birthday.
yeah, it was like no, and that same thing for me. I didn't know anything about that, but that was another thing that is just like, okay, you were dealing with this man, and on his birthday, you decided to speak on this topic.
Who gives a fuck?
That like
Who cares if it was his birthday? I don't get where that
how it correlates. Well, it
comes in
correlated
to
because it's
solidify
just like.
anything.
So because it's his birthday, that doesn't make it her any less shot.
Well, no, I think it just
Even if he did shoot her, and she says, you know what, I'm telling everybody, or I'm going on live on his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And my whole thing is, we gotta backtrack because what provokes a man to shoot a woman?
Well, see,
Because you said
well,
it was.
Yeah, no, I
you
feel
said
like,
out of
yeah,
your
I feel
mouth
like,
it wasn't provoked.
I think it was provoked.
Right. So what for
do
you?
feel like?
What?
Well, I feel like we liquored up in a car.
Okay.
We're drunk.
Okay,
so-
but liquor in a car doesn't provoke you to shoot.
No,
I've been.
no, I'm
Brian,
not saying that. But we got
if I
into
had
an
a gun
argument.
that
So
night,
you
I
would've
wouldn't have
shot
shot
me.
you.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like you, like.
So what provokes
you?
you?
You said you would have or would not.
I just said I wouldn't have.
Oh, but that's what
I
I'm
might have
saying.
put you out in the middle of the street. I might have had to punch you in your shit. But
see, I think
what?
that goes back
But no,
to
I need to know where
how
that
the-
threshold
well,
is.
so for me,
If you go over this,
yes,
That's when I
how-
shoot you.
that justifies me to shoot you.
Well, no,
so what is it?
I would like to know
think-
as well.
I need to know.
A justification, he should not have done it because I truly feel like he did it. But I do feel like it was a situation of, because that was the other part. He even in his song he addressed that he was looking at Kylie. So it was just
I'm
like,
sorry. The only way I can picture him like it being a provocation.
Yeah.
Was him shooting her in the foot. If
'Cause
she
she
was
pulled a gun out on
stomping
him.
him out with her heels. And that's the only thing you can do.
6 inch
no.
No, seriously. What does you listen? If the this is all this comes back to my thing. The argument started because of what you did, the action that you did. We're together, and you're openly flirting, and not even saying that justifies their argument in the first place. But if that's where the issue stemmed
You don't
from,
get to shoot me.
what could I possibly do or say to you because of your action that would justify your reaction to my reaction being you to shoot me in the foot?
I just think, I think the shooting is just so dramatic. Like
Pistol whip me before you shoot me in the foot.
Like
If you're so angry because I'm saying like call Kylie,
No.
call Kylie, like whatever it was that made you so angry, for you to either say drop this bitch off. Or whatever it was,
Literally.
but you said you feel like it wasn't unprovoked. So I need to know for sure from you what you
Well,
meant.
no, but so for
takes
me,
that
I
over
just
that
feel
level
like
where
it
that
was
was
definitely like an argument thing. Like I feel like
over the looking at
Not
Kylie.
the answer.
I'm clarifying.
feel
So
like
over
if-
looking at Kylie.
Well, I just feel like I feel like that was a part of it because he even addressed that because we don't know what happened in the car. But I just feel like with the whole situation, the two main people that are involved, nobody speak on anything. The only thing that we know for sure is that she said he shot her and he said he didn't. But
I didn't know he said he did it.
What could provoke somebody to shoot somebody?
A woman. What could not even somebody to shoot somebody? What could provoke a man to shoot a woman?
Well, he drunk and she probably was doing too much. In my head,
You know how many times I've done too much?
This podcast is over because
because
that you've done too much.
no.
Fuck what you've done. You know what I've done.
And I'm with somebody who has multiple guns, and here I am, unshot.
No, but
And I've done
But see,
said
but
and did
this-
things
You know
that
what, let
you
me just
should
say
shoot
this.
me
No,
for
let me just
and
say
haven't got
this.
shot.
No, this is where the argument comes in because I'm sorry, Brian, I love you, but that was some bullshit. And because that's where we come back to this whole full circle of, and I don't know what your opinion is because this is not the scenario, but had it been Kylie Jenner that had got shot in the foot, would it have been that same, whether it's from you or from anybody else, would it have been a no, it would have been outrage, complete outrage. So,
Canceled completely, no questions asked.
I'm not saying that you hate black women.
But what you just said,
But what
goes
you
into
just
that
said
category.
is the reason why we have this conversation and the reason why the hashtag
Because every
women
black
is
man
because
is like,
how
but
could
what
you-
happened?
How could you
But what
fix your
happened?
mouth to say?
But what happened?
I mean,
we don't know what happened in the car.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me. For me personally,
Okay, but
he's canceled. But I also just feel like, just like you both just said, I've done too much. Yes, you haven't been shot, but in reality,
Have you
done too
ever?
much.
But have you
So-
ever done something
No, but what
to
I'm
the
sa-
point where
what
you feel
I'm
feel like
saying is
he should have shot my ass.
what I'm saying.
You know what? You woke up the next morning like, I'm so glad that nigga ain't shoot me.
Now I didn't make that point where like, you know what, he should have like grabbed me up. Yeah, like I should have been like I was swinging. He should have grabbed me up.
This is where I'm saying
But
that
shoot me?
people
Shoot
respond
with a
differently.
gun.
Yes, people respond
Bullets.
differently though. That's the thing. Like we can't. I don't know how he would react.
Do you know there's more
So he
blood vessels
basically
in your
had
legs
done
than your
that.
arms?
We're not gonna get anywhere here because
No, we're not going to. Okay, I get it. I get you. I get what you're saying. I hear you. Okay. What's next? What comes after
we can't
Tory?
argue for 15 minutes.
What comes after Tory?
Because,
what other
we
business
gonna
is
glaze
out
over
there?
that because Brian clearly hates black women.
Clearly.
I absolutely don't. Clearly, I'm sitting here with two, but moving forward.
Wait, time out. I get shot in my foot by this guy.
Are you gonna say?
Is there ever gonna be any time, a minute in your mind where it goes to your mind, what did she do to provoke this? It's me.
Realistically, yes. Like you feel like I wouldn't, but I absolutely would.
So that goes to
Why?
clarify her point that Brian hates black women.
But it's not that I hate black women.
Women in general. Don't have to be a black woman.
No, I
A
literally
man
just
shoots a
said,
woman,
I just
and we're gonna
said
see what
that
the
you
woman
have to
did.
take accountability. Like he didn't just
To get shot?
It don't matter. Like in
Punch
a
me in
situation
my
like
shit,
that,
break my
if-
nose, bust my lip before you shoot me.
Hands up! Don't shoot.
You gonna shoot me? Now I'm gonna shoot Brian because
Because he's provoking you.
You literally
deserve-
are. You're
deserve-
You're slandering women right now.
You deserve to be respected.
I'm not like that's the thing. Like y'all know that I love women. Like,
Yeah, no.
regardless.
We thought you loved women.
I'm sorry, Brian. That was some BS, sweetie.
There's nothing you can say to me to ever make me
I guess
think of what did this girl do.
What did Tina do? Like, what's the next topic?
No, that's not the same. Okay,
So that's not the same.
no, because he was just abusing her. Like,
So
he
you don't
was just
think
whooping
you don't
her
wait,
ass.
no. You don't think she ever got on his nerves? You don't think she ever pissed him off?
But
You
that
don't think
don't
Tina ever
make it
did too much?
okay.
Oh.
That
Did
does
you
not
watch
make
the
it okay.
American Murder Story that everybody's talking about right now?
No,
Do you know the story at all with Chris Watts
no.
and Shanann Watts?
No.
Okay,
I
you're
don't
just
know
failing
about
everywhere.
that.
You're just failing.
What's
in
the next
segment
topic?
Because
So we gonna talk about Megan Thee Stallion a little bit more. So
What about her? Because you don't like her.
she just did a performance on Saturday Night Live
London?
where she
Chris
called
the man shot her.
out the Attorney General that was over Breonna Taylor's case. So
Was she provoked?
we're not going there right now. We're not going there right now. We go
Because you know her boyfriend was a drug dealer. Apparently that's important in this case.
he didn't live there though. That was her ex-boyfriend. The boyfriend she was with was not the boyfriend they were looking for. They were looking for her ex-boyfriend who did not live at that residence, never have lived at that residence. Go ahead though.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'll
go
let
ahead.
y'all go.
Meg Thee Stallion did a performance and what?
yeah, she called out the Attorney General and just saying that we need to protect
What's
our
his
black
name?
women. Daniel Caesar. No,
He got a
that's
hot
not
mess.
his
He
name.
looked.
No, that's not his name.
Looked scary.
But yes, basically she called him out for that. Then to segue into that, talk about the Breonna Taylor case, how no one was charged except for Brett Hankinson, who was charged with 3 counts of wanton endangerment because 3 of his bullet shots went through the wall of her apartment to other people's apartment. Not
So he got charged for, like, he could have almost killed somebody else type of thing, but not for the person that he actually killed.
Well, no, he actually didn't shoot her. So the person the person whose gun that they determined gave the fatal blow to Breonna Taylor was Miles Cosgrove.
That sound black for some reason.
And
Miles. I don't know
And
any
so-
white man named Miles.
so because of that, Brett Hankinson, he fired 10 shots blindly. So he was the only officer that was fired.
He was going crazy, huh?
Yeah.
He let the whole clip loose.
Well, so what they said is that why he was fired was because they determined that he shot through her patio outside, so he couldn't see like through the shades. Like he just shot like 10 times into the apartment.
Okay, time out. They all shot blindly into the apartment.
But no, like he wasn't even like in there. Like so, the other 2 were in there, like shooting. And basically their response to The shooting. So this
so he was the one all the way in the back. Like
yes,
they had already got in.
So they went in. He was in the back, and he just shot because he heard they were shooting. Like the
right.
Which they weren't even shooting. They shot once after they already had asked like who's here, like who's in our house, like all of that. So Kenneth Walker, which is Breonna Taylor's new boyfriend, shoots his gun. He shoots.
Rightfully so. Stand your ground.
He shot Mattingly.
We don't care.
Okay, he shot one of the cops who was shooting at them.
Yes, he shot Jonathan Mattingly in the leg. So their claim is that in response to that is why they opened fire, which is how Breonna got shot 6 times. And at 12:47, 5 minutes after Kenneth called the police, he called and told them that there was intruders in his home and he didn't know who they were and he had fired shots. But at this point, she had already been shot the 6 times. And then.
So when he called, he didn't know it was the police yet.
No.
Okay.
So yeah, like there's like recorded audio of him saying like there's people who broke into my house. I don't know who they are. I fired shots on them. They fired back because apparently they never acknowledged
it was a no knock warrant.
And so
for the wrong resident.
But it's not the wrong.
That's what they're fighting right
now.
So
that was
because he got mail there. They were looking for this.
So I'm about
place.
to say it was. So they had multiple search warrants for different locations, and one of the search warrants that was approved was for Breonna Taylor's apartment.
Yeah.
But even her ex, whose name is Jamarcus Glover, who was who they were looking for,
was already in custody.
Yes, and he had already told them that he did not. Like, he hadn't talked to her or dealt with her or anything. The only thing that he did have was some mail sent to her, and it wasn't even, like, continuous. He just had some stuff sent to her house.
But even if he did talk to her in that time,
yeah,
he did not live there.
Yeah,
and he was the person they were looking for. The person who the warrant was on was already in custody when they executed this no-knock warrant that led to the death of an innocent person, an innocent black person.
Yes, and because of that.
That's really sad. I mean, for just multiple reasons. I mean,
where do you start?
Yeah.
Where do you start? With the charges that were like, where do you start with that?
The fact that he was already in custody is just far too much to even try to. I mean, I literally can't even verbalize. That's extraordinarily sad. Well, rest in peace to Breonna Taylor.
Please rest in peace.
You
rest in power.
So much more than that. You deserve so much more now.
And again, even if the warrant was legitimate and the man who they're looking for wasn't already in custody, like she said, how does a no-knock warrant exist? If somebody genuinely, it's not like they were doing illegal activities where it was like the cops could bust in here one day. Like, we could get caught. Like, it was not that kind of situation. She literally saved lives. She was literally an EMS. Like, she literally dedicated her life to saving other lives. So, yeah. For me personally, if I heard my door jiggling and I'm sleeping, and I would never. There's nothing I'm doing that I would ever expect police to be
coming after me.
And we say, and we make our words out. Who is this? Who is? And I'm shooting because I feel like someone's breaking into my house. And this is America. I mean, what state was this in? What state? Okay, was it Mississippi?
Louisville.
Kentucky. Okay. I don't know the gun laws in there, but the stand your ground laws in a lot of states, but it's literally like, they thought somebody was breaking in. So the fact that even after they killed her and still charged this new boyfriend with charges of endangering the life of a police officer, when you guys literally did what you did. Yeah, but that was their cover-up. Yeah, but they have to charge somebody for something. They just murdered a black person. Somebody got to be charged with something. It's ridiculous.
It's really sad.
What else we got?
So then, I just wanted to talk about the election. It's coming up.
It's too deep for the intro.
I don't know how you feel or how you stand. All I am encouraging is for everybody to go vote. I just have some information on that. It's really specifically for Michigan, but there are certain websites that you can go to regardless to find out that information. Obviously, or if not obvious, November 3rd is election day. So please make sure you go out and vote if you are going to vote. If you are doing it where you need to register. In Michigan, October 19th is the deadline for online registration.
And that's including absentee ballots where they will send the ballot to your house. October 19th is the cutoff. You don't gotta wait till November 3rd to go in and vote.
Yes, it needs to be postmarked.
Because I voted 2 days ago.
Yes.
Well, Friday. What's today?
Well, actually,
Monday.
for the absentee ballot, you can still request it up to October 30th. Yep, until 5:00 p.m. If you do it that way, it needs to be postmarked by November 2nd in order for it to count.
Which means that if you register, you better hope it comes within 2 days.
Right.
Or your vote will not be counted.
Yeah.
Literally.
It'll come after.
But they are working out a kink right now where it's an argument, and there is a kink with up to November 10th, I believe.
Oh, for the mail.
Yeah.
Because mail is
I'm pretty sure. I'm not.
crazy
Don't
right
quote
now.
me, but I'm sure it's November 9th or 10th. That as long it's still supposed to be postmarked by the 3rd. So I don't know how that's working out, but it's a just in case your ballot does get there the 7th or the 8th. But we strongly encourage you to do it now.
Yes,
if you're gonna vote, do it early.
Yes, and then obviously you still can use your absentee ballot, and you can turn it into any like regular voting station. You just got to do it on November 3rd.
Or your
by
county
8:00.
clerk's office.
Yeah. So in order to check your voter status or get any more voting information, you can go to the website mvics.sos.state.mi.us.
The link
I'm
will
gonna
be
type
posted under
that.
this video.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that.
The link will be posted under this video.
Yes. And that's it.
Please, please, please vote. I understand we feel like our voices aren't heard, especially at the last election where we actually voted somebody into office and the electoral vote outvoted our votes. We get it, but trust me, believe me, that's the only thing that's written in stone. They can't loophole around. They can't figure a way around that. That is in the Constitution. They wrote the Constitution for a certain kind of people. Rich white men, privileged white men is what the Constitution wrote for. They can't backtrack it. Even if you feel like your voices aren't heard, your voices are heard. Go out and vote. Go out. I don't care if you're a black person that votes for Donald Trump. I don't care what it is. Let your voice be heard. There are so many different avenues, so many different ways for you to get your vote out. Said I absentee voted. They sent me my ballot right in the mail. I didn't have to do nothing. I sat at home and voted out whatever it is. Google it. Look up who's in your district. Look up your judges, your county sheriffs, the people that are in your community. Look them up. See what they're about. See what they're talking about. You agree, you disagree, whatever it is. It's very important. It's about time for us to use our rights. They were only granted to us 60 years ago. It's about time for us to pretend like the rest of them who've been voting for hundreds of years. It's about time for us to step up.
All right. Anything else before we tally ho?
That's about it. Is that all I had to say?
Well, thank you guys.
Know your friends.
Thank you guys for watching episode 2. Hopefully we'll see you again next week.
See you next week.
Bye.